से वतन में हो, प्यार से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो, अव्यक्त वतन में हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ
took everyone's love remembrances to offer bhog to Baba. And when I was offering bhog to Baba and sharing our love with Dadi and Baba both, as you all know that Dadi is in subtle regions with Baba. And it is so interesting to see Dadi. It's like flying, flying. Looks like even if she's sitting, but she's flying and very, very, very happy. When I say happy, she was always happy, but before, like she would be just cheerful, but now she was, uh, you know, like very, very enthusiastic, very happy. Baba accepted Bhog and also offered Dadi Bhog. And I said to Baba that we all love Dadi. And even we know that she is an angel, but we still, feel as if Dadi is not here. So Baba was smiling and then Baba didn't respond because that's our feelings. But then Baba said that each one's life at confluence age is life of blessings. And those who keep this awareness all the time that this is my Vardhani life, life of blessings, then they allow those blessings to be experienced in life and their part become very special. So I said, Baba, but if we all have blessings, then why it is that Dadis, they became so special? Baba said, because they didn't mix their ordinary sanskars at confluence age. They had sanskars from the past, but their awareness of life of blessing was more powerful and was consistent. So ordinary sanskars, ordinary way of living didn't ever influence them. But some children, Baba says, so I said, maybe Baba, you had some more special something for them. So Baba said, no, every child had been given blessing and also has a special part. But awareness of that special part, and Baba says, not only special part, but greatness. So Baba says that awareness is not powerful or consistent. So then ordinary thoughts, Baba said, in form of thoughts, words, actions, uh, in the nature, Baba said that take away a lot of power of blessings and image of blessings. So it was very, very lovely when Baba was sharing that, drawing attention to how Dadis, their whole life was life of blessing. And Baba said, each one of you, not only in doing service, but also your image should be of should be special, image of blessings, and image which is great image, not ordinary. So I said, well, was laughing because whatever time has passed in our lives, we can't bring back. But Baba says, now pay attention at confluence age as each Dadi became aware that my part is special, so I cannot use any sanskars from the past. And then Baba, of course, Brahma Baba was example, but Baba said Dadi Dadi Hridaya Mohini, Dadi Gulzar. was one of that image, that not even for a moment she forgot that I'm chariot of God. So she never allowed any ordinary interaction or any thoughts. So throughout, like so many years, she just remained that image of blessings and also greatness. And then Baba said, all these daddies, ancestor souls, they all are your backbone, they are all your support. But to experience that support is not only seeing that I am busy in service but that support should be to inspire us to take more and more sustenance, and then we give sustenance from yajna. I should take sustenance and I should share that sustenance of yajna, because the task is accomplished with with the yajna. So Baba said that awareness is should always be there. So I said, Baba, I, before I say, Baba showed that how all the ancestor souls are so happy to have Dadi Gulzar. So I said, but Baba, they won't be together, no, because everyone is at different place. Baba said they are together. Baba said they know because they all gather for their planning in subtle regions. Said, looking at Baba, what time they gather, how they gather. But Baba was smiling. Baba says some of the things are incognito, but all these ancestor souls, they plan. So I was little bit like, oh, we should be part of that planning too. But Baba was smiling. Baba said, they plan, and then Baba said, now is the time for you all Shaktis and Pandavas to take care of Yagya until the completion of Yagya. They played their part, with they playing in a different way. But you all also have now to feel this responsibility that we have to make this Yagya Sampan, that is, completion. So Shaktis and Pandavas collectively with big harmony as army of Shaktis and Pandavas is very well known. You all have to now get this task accomplished. And of course, ancestor souls are there. And never for a moment forget that it's Baba's Yagya. Baba is with us. Baba is guiding us. So Baba was giving this awareness, which is very, very important, and then playing part according to awareness, not according to what comes in the mind or sanskars. Baba said that doesn't make your part special then. Otherwise, everyone is Baba's special child. Then I was today, I don't know why, I was little bit emotional about Dadi Gulzar. Even these days I didn't. But Baba was looking at me and Baba said, you all are together. Mm. Nobody has left. You all are together. And you will remain together as a big family until the end. But some have now incognito part, and you still all have your part in Sakar. But angels and you all are together. It's same task to get the task complete. And then Baba was asking Dadi Gulzar if she has to say something. And she smiled and she said that they have to follow, they have to become. Everyone has to follow Baba and become like Baba. And also give love remembrances to whole family. Today I will just say in 2 lines in Hindi because I have been requested. Couldn't do translation both languages, but तो बाबा ने वतन में याद प्यार स्वीकार करते हुए, भोग स्वीकार करते हुए सबको प्रेम भरी दृष्टि दी। दादी गुलजार को वहां पर इतना जैसे स्वतंत्र, जैसे उड़ती हुई दिखाई दे रही थी। बाबा ने उनको भी भोग स्वीकार कराया। फिर बाबा ने कहा, देखो ये वरदानी जीवन है, सभी के जीवन वरदानी है, विशेष है, महान है, परंतु बच्चे अपने साधारण संस्कारों को मिक्स कर देते हैं, क्योंकि ये स्मृति नहीं रहती है। अगर सारा टाइम ये स्मृति रहे कि बाबा की मैं वरदानी आत्मा हूँ, विशेष और महान आत्मा हूँ, ये स्मृति अगर सदा रहे, तो बाबा ने कहा ये साधारण संस्कार नहीं मिक्स होने दो। तो आपका पार्ट भी हर एक का बहुत विशेष है और वो पार्ट बजा सकेंगे। फिर बाबा ने कहा कि देखो, दादी गुलजार को कभी भी ये भूला नहीं कि बाबा का ये रथ भगवान का रथ है, मैं निमित्त हूँ। तो इस स्मृति के कारण सदा ही वो वरदानी मूर्त रही और सदा ही विशेष और महान रूप से उन्होंने अपना जीवन व्यतीत किया। बाबा ने कहा पूर्वज आत्माएं भी गुप्त हैं, आप लोगों के साथ ही हैं, सिर्फ उनका गुप्त पार्ट है, उन्होंने अपना पार्ट बजाया। यज्ञ की पालना, यज्ञ की संभाल अब आप शक्ति और पांडव सभी को मिलकर करनी है, क्योंकि यज्ञ की संपन्नता अभी आप सबके ऊपर आधारित है। तो बाबा ने पूछा, दादी गुलजार से आपको कुछ कहना है? तो दादी तो हमेशा कहती है, बाप को फॉलो करो, बाप समान बनो। इन 2 शब्द दादी ने कहे। तो मैंने कहा, दादी हम तो मिस करते हैं दादी को। तो बाबा ने कहा, नहीं, सभी साथ हो आप लोग। वो लोग फरिश्ते रूप में हैं और आप लोग वरदानी रूप में, पर याद रखो कि ये जीवन वरदानी जीवन है। तो बाबा का कार्य तो सभी को मिलकर संपन्न करना ही है। ओम शांति।
शिव बाबा, ब्रह्मा बाबा, बाप दादा हमारे कंबाइंड है, तो अलग कैसे हो सकता है? और बाबा याद है तो ऑटोमेटिकली हमें बाबा समान अशरीरी बनने की भी स्मृति होती है। और जितना बाबा से जिगरी दिल का प्यार होगा ना, तो बाबा नहीं भूलेगा। और बाबा से हम आत्मा का नाता है। हम बाबा किस नाते से कहते हैं? ब्रह्मा भी बाबा है, शिव बाबा भी बाबा है। आत्मा के नाते से हम बाबा कहते हैं। तो जब बाबा की याद होंगी तो आत्मक स्वरूप की भी स्मृति जरूर होगी। और जब आत्मक स्वरूप की स्मृति है तो अशरीरी स्थिति की भी अनुभूति जरूरी है। तो आप हर एक चेक करते हैं कि सारे दिन में हम जब अशरीरी बनने चाहें तब बन सकते हैं, क्योंकि बाबा कहते ही है, तो आप आत्मा के ये मन बुद्धि संस्कार, ये भी मेरे कहा जाता है, मेरे संस्कार ऐसे है, मेरा मन कहा जाता है। तो जब मेरा कहते हैं, इन तीनों को सूक्ष्म मन बुद्धि संस्कार, ये तीनों ही सूक्ष्म है, लेकिन है मेरे, मैं इसका मालिक हूं। तो सारे दिन में बीच बीच में चेक करना चाहिए कि सचमुच मैं मालिक होके इन मन बुद्धि संस्कार को चलाने वाली हूं, इस स्थिति में स्थित रहती हूं।
Om Shanti. Gift from God. Today's day 3. Sweet, subtle, silent.
Om Shanti. In our hearts, we have very, very loveful place for Dadi Gulzar. I remember that after long meetings in Delhi, we will go to her and tell her our plans. Dadi will smile and say two words which were I heard very popular from her, like "Hua hi pada hai." It's already planned. It's already done. So in the beginning, because we were young, so we used to think that we 5 hours we spent, and she only has two words to say. And so every time we went, and then later on we thought, these daddies, they don't know because, it was like they came from Yag, all that. And like we know now what is the world, how things are done. It takes so much effort. And now they are saying it's all Huai pada hai. It has to happen. And then I thought every time we went and she said that, and it really kind of stayed in with me. And I remember that in New York, 1986, we were doing this program, culmination of Million Minutes of Peace Appeal. And there was some difficulties. Someone was promising us a big show. We got the place and everything, and but we didn't had, like they were talking about, $100,000. Everyone wants money, and we said no, we don't charge, so we don't pay. But these days, who would singer will say I $12,000, and just to get, we got the St. John Divine, the cathedral, big church, and we thought we will gather 10,000 people. And so the mic and everything on the stage was costing $60,000. We don't know those figures, and especially 1986. Even now, we won't pay that much. And I keep thinking now, I have to remember Dadi Gulzar's words, "Hua hi pada hai," that is going to happen. But we didn't know how. And both Dadis, Dadi Janki and Dadi Prakashmani, were already here. So that time we had taken some hotels in New Jersey to stay. So we took them there. But one day we told them, you should go and see Washington. And we needed some time to finalize our program. So anyway, they went, and the airport at the gate, those days we were able to go up to the gate. So I went and said, Daddy, we don't have any program. in the sense plan. And they said it will be okay. Then I remember Dadi Gulzar said, Huai pada hai, let me. So I start chanting inside, it will be okay, Huai pada hai, it will be okay. And really, then I came back, there was group of 8, some from London had come to help us. Every phone call they made, singer called, okay, give me nominal fee. Anything we called, it worked out. So faith in drama was one of the gift of Dadi's. I, acceptance from heart, the drama. And not only questioning drama, but no one's part. Everyone is playing their own part. So Dadi Gulzar, whenever I think of her, one of 2 words, hua hi pada hai. Because if I say in English, it's okay, but it's very nice in Hindi. Drama plan, it will happen, or whatever is planned in drama will happen. But how do we know? So it's really lovely to think every day we will be talking a little bit about Dadi Gulzar's specialities. And one, as Baba, I liked very much today when Baba said that each one of us, we have blessed life, but we allow the ordinary sanskars. And then we become ordinary in our thoughts, in our interactions. But then with Dadis, especially with Dadi Gulzar, of course, all Dadis, they just maintain that awareness. I am instrument, vehicle for God. So she kept that royalty, dignity, self-respect, and never was ordinary, never. Even Baba was in her or not. So we respected her as Dadi Gulzar, but also as chariot of God. Om Shanti.
कभी बताया भी है, पर अलर्ट रहने का भी अक्ल चाहिए. अलर्ट न रहा तो लेजीनेस नेचर है ना, तो कभी उमंग उत्साह से आगे बढ़ने का है, हिम्मत रखने का है, यज्ञ तक और ये यज्ञ से नहीं बनने का है, जो श्रेष्ठ पुरुषार्थ करके सफल करने का है, अब करने का है. अलर्ट नहीं है. हो जाएगा कैसे करे, हो जाएगा कैसे करे, पता नहीं, देखेंगे. ये जो भाषा है ना, अंदर जो बोल है ना, सोच है ना, वही ऐसा डल है. पुरुषार्थ में करना है, अब करना है, मुझे करना है. बाबा करा रहा है, फिर तो अंडर है. बाबा करा रहा है, दिख रहे हैं, बाबा चला रहा है, बाबा करा रहा है, बाबा. पर मैं नहीं कर रही हूं, परंतु मुझे करना अवश्य है, पर बाबा करा रहा है. हजारे मिसाल है. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूं, न तन से न धन से, पर मन से तो मुझे करना ही है. धन मेरे पास नहीं है, कोई हर्ज नहीं. तन भी एकदम नहीं काम करता, हर्ज नहीं है. पर मन में और कुछ बात है ही नहीं, है ही नहीं ना. पूछो अपने मन से, कुछ है क्या? मन बुद्धि का आपस में कनेक्शन है. मन में कोई बात ऐसी पता नहीं पकड़ के बैठते हैं जो बुद्धि राइट टाइम पर राइट काम नहीं करती. मन इच्छा या अपने आइडिया की ममता, उसमें भी ममता है। कोई नहीं कोई कार्य है, व्यवहार है, संबंध है, वो अच्छा लगता है। तो एक है उस घड़ी एकाग्रता की शक्ति कम। भाई एक ये भी समझ, एकाग्रता की शक्ति को अगर थोड़ा मैं ध्यान रखूं तो चारों ठीक काम करते हैं, अनुभव कहता है। बुद्धि को एकाग्रचित एकाग्र रखना एक वैल्यू है बुद्धि की। कई पुरुषार्थ अच्छा करते हैं पर एकाग्रता की शक्ति का अनुभव नहीं है बुरा। एकाग्रता की शक्ति 8 शक्तियां फ्रेंड्स बना देती है।
Om Shanti. Welcome, Diamond Dadi. Today is day 13. Something better. First lesson. Now we'll be listening to Mohini Didi.
Dadi had acceptance of drama from her heart. She didn't go even in past of few moments. She will just say that was past. And she will be just at the present. It was so amazing to see her power of concentration and internally knowing that whatever scene will happen is according to drama. Scene will happen. But I have to do what Baba wants me to do. So we always have this question, is it drama making me do things or is it Baba? What is drama's role in my life and what is Baba's role in my life? And as Dadi said, it's Baba who is making me do things. And then, of course, the scenes are according to drama. And that means you do something, then there is a situation or many things, many scenes happen. Sometimes they are very favorable and sometimes they are very adverse. But they are scenes of drama. That means I know that Baba is making me do things, but also I accept drama. So it becomes very easy when I accept drama from my heart. Then it's very easy to pass with honor in scenes. And I'm able to do what Baba wants me to do. It never happens that you won't be able to do because Baba is making you do. So taking Dadi's point, today, actually it was drama and reflection and someone asked me what is drama. I said exact calculation of karmas. But then at confluence stage in my life, there is God. So I'm changing omens, I'm doing elevated actions. And because of all that, also uh, every moment, whatever I have to settle is very little now because I get so much from Baba. That also is added, no? Not for golden age or for future, but even for now. Reward you get, bonus you get, power you get, help you get. Many gifts we get right here. So drama is very beautiful. And as Dadi said, that I and mine. My is inwards and I is upwards. Baba So internally seeing who am I, and of course, uh, as she said, no carelessness, alertness is important, and mentally very enthusiastic, and then Baba will help. And my is Baba, and I is my mind, intellect, and I should have authority over that. So it's a very, very deep what I found with churning whole day. That lot of, like, you are checking yourself properly every day, step by step. We check ourselves, and it was very good for me because then I said, "Oh yeah, Dadi said like this. No, we are listening to Dadi's short, very brief. It's very beautiful." And then I was checking myself, and I find it's a very good because when I'm reflecting, I'm checking. So checking means you will remove it, no? You will bring transformation. So it's very, very lovely to be both daddies together and look at our lives. And we want to be with them. We want all of us to travel together. So we will take for tomorrow reflection, churning on my authority on my mind, intellect, and upwards, Baba, I and my Baba upwards. So we play with those two, and tomorrow whole day, I think we all will have beautiful experiences by churning and reflecting on these two thoughts from Dadi Janki. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So today we have our dear brother Eric with us. Welcome, Eric. Bye.
Thank you. Om Shanti, dear Mohini Didi, and greetings of love to everyone. Every Saturday is very different, of course, and last Saturday I didn't know, of course, this will be the scene in drama today. And Mohini Didi, I feel that tonight I'm almost coming into a very sacred space. So I come with even higher respect and regard, and I feel I'm entering Baba's room. I feel you're really in Baba's room. We can also call it Baba's Zoom, but it's Baba's room. And it's like we have created Baba's Zoom has become Baba's room. And it feels with the presence of the two daddies and you, it's a very sacred space. And I'm almost, feeling humble to wonder, what am I doing here? This is a beautiful place. You are enjoying your meetings with the daddies. I feel almost as a one from another world coming into the subtle world where you're all enjoying your meetings. So the question I had for you tonight was, someone told me one day that when both your parents are away and when they fly away, when they leave the body, that's when you become an adult. And I'm wondering that now the three daddies are away. Do you feel like, many of their files have been transferred into your desk and now you are the adult?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. Yeah, I think that I keep remembering what they used to tell me and reminding me of what they told me. I feel that responsibility towards Yagya. I always loved Yagya, and of course, I am a responsible person since young, but it's like taking responsibility at a different level. So, yeah, but their words of blessings are like, feel that yes, again, as I said, Dadi Gulzar said, it will happen. So I am also watching drama and very, very interesting to see Dadi living on Shivratri and 12 days, 13 days of Bhog will end when Dadi Janki's 1 year anniversary. So somewhere it feels like, let's see what's going to happen because it's so much, elevated level. And yeah, mm,
As a
definitely.
producer, I know about the drama. We create drama in films and movies and videos, and it seems the Baba says sometimes he's the best director, main actor. I think he's a good script writer as well. He wrote an incredible script. And for me, it's not just, yes, of course, Daddy Gulzar, but it's the three daddies now. And if I'm correct, when I remember when Daddy G was with us, you were very close to Daddy G. And if I'm correct, she used to call you regularly, and she would seek your help, and she would bring you into thinking and decision making. Then she left. So she gave you a little bit of homework. Then Daddy Janky was taking over. She was calling you. She left. She gave you all the homework. What do you feel you're getting from Daddy Guzar now that you have to do?
Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see. I will see. We are continuing still with Dadi Janki's homework. We
Right.
will complete 1 year and see what Dadi Gulzar gives us the homework. We will do it. It's not only me. Now I'm happy that you all are with me. So we are big family. So I don't feel that I have to do it or few of us have to do it. No. The team, the producing team is increasing. Many are joining. And you all are with us. So I know we all will do it together. Some last homework from Dadi Gulzar. I haven't yet realized what it will be. No one of us realized what homework Dadi Janki will give. But now this whole theme of Manan Chintan and taking points from Dadi's classes really helping lot. So all this drama will reveal and unfold, right? There you all produce and plan. But here, I don't know, it's produced and we become part of it.
Well, I can share. I don't know if I can share if it's proper, but I have very often beautiful dreams, and you and Daddy Jenki are very popular visitors in my dreams. And it's always very interesting. And I called you one day after you mentioned things in my dream that was very interesting. And the other night, I was feeling, in my dreams, you were there, and then I was telling you, oh, I have such amazing dreams. And you looked at me and you said, I get messages. So instead of having a dream, you were telling me, I get messages. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I should get messages in my dreams too. So not just dreaming, but getting proper messages. So I feel you will be getting more messages. But I think in the Sutta region, the daddies must be really happy to be together again.
Yeah.
And they must have little chit chat and Daddy Kumarka, Daddy Janki, Daddy Gulzar. And maybe only when the trans messenger arrives, they become a little bit more attentive, give you message. And then when you leave, they start having fun again, I'm sure. So let's see
Someone,
what happens.
some very young person wrote me that, oh, Brother Eric should come every evening. So the sister whom this one wrote, why? Because we never saw Sister Winnie laughing so much. And she laughs when Brother Eric is interacting. So yeah, we having fun, Dadi is having fun, and I think Baba is keeping us very happy because really there is nothing outside in the world, and of course, we all are in company. We are in a big Vyakti Parivar, and recently I read a note where Sister Jayanti is asking everyone to join Amrit Vela with a Vyakti Parivar, attend evening sessions every evening. So it seems like, we all are also having some little extra work, but a lot of fun, right? We are very occupied, very busy planning for evening, but Vogue now every evening, but also I think through Zoom, everyone is, anytime you call, everyone is busy. So I think Baba is also giving us a very good time. That means all ancestor souls are also with us. Yeah.
I'm very happy you feel that way because when you mentioned you were a little bit emotional today, I was concerned and thinking, do you feel that maybe the daddies are all, leaving, and you feel like you're on a train station and they all took the train and they left, and you say, okay, I'm all by myself. I'm left behind on the train station and they all took off with the train.
No way. I always feel them with me, with us, because they are always with us in many different forms. One of my relationship, each Dadi, was friendship. And they always treated me, even since I was young, as I am like them, And, of course, I had little bit of, I will do my homework in deciding. Then I ask them, so it's easy for them. But of course, Dadi Gulzar also, we were like two very close friends, very, very good friends. So they are, so all of us should always remember that they are with us. Today we have one guest also, right?
We have one guy. No, I was going to bring Brother Ken with us, and so we have them. Daddies are always with you, but you're always with us, and we're always with you. So we're all together. Yes, so we have a very special guest tonight, and all the way from Brazil, we have Brother Ken. Such a pleasure to welcome you in Avyekti Parivar. And yes, I'll be playing my role, asking you a few questions. Brother Ken, very, very welcome, warm welcome. That's such an auspicious moment. So we were going to take you into your memories with Daddy Janki, but I don't know how many daddies will be in your head at the moment. So you may be talking about daddy and having few daddies popping up, which is fine. But one question I think that we all would be really, really intrigued. We have pictures of you very young, looking very, very very happy, with Daddy. And it was in your young age, in the hippie time, when you and Ken and others joined. Can you take us back to these early days when you had very long hair, enjoy life, and met this very interesting woman that changed your life? So what happened for you at the time, if you remember these early days?
Well, I had just spent 6 months meditating alone in Morocco. I was trying to understand the universe, and I thought, I was only getting more confused. So I was in London traveling. I was a friend of Charlie's, so we lived together actually. And so when I came back, I noticed one morning they were getting up very early to go to going out. Him and another brother, Simon, who was also living with us, and I said, "What are you guys doing this time of the day, getting up so early?" And they said, "We're going to Raj Yoga Center." I said, "That's fantastic," because I was already a student of Raj Yoga, the Patanjali version. I was trying to actually practice. I was already practicing all of the principles before I came to Baba. So I I went along with them that morning. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I was there in the center. And Sister Sudesh was there alone. Because Daddy and Sister Genti, who were the other two sisters who lived in this very tiny house in London, very tiny house. They were traveling, I think, I think they were in Leicester or somewhere. And so Sudesh Ben didn't know really what to do with me. So I went and sat in the Murli directly. So I didn't even do the introductory course. I just started with the Murli straight. And then after about, I guess, a week or 10 days, Daddy and Gentleman came back. And I was going to the center every morning already. And I remember going into the center, and there was a tiny classroom upstairs where I guess but the whole Morley room would fit about 8 people. So I was going up to there to sit and read and to study something. And Daddy was coming down the stairs, and she just stopped and gave me such a. I imagined that was her because I hadn't been introduced. But she just stopped and gave such a loving gaze, and she just said straight off, "You will do Baba's service in the whole world." And so I did it at that stage. I didn't really know or understand who Baba was, and I certainly didn't understand what she was referring to when she said service. But anyway, that was, I guess, when I look back, that was the moment I took my spiritual birth, because afterwards I was trying to come up to that blessing. I took it as a blessing eventually, that I would do Baba's service in the whole world. So I had to understand who Baba was, and I had to understand what service was. And of course, Daddy was there right along, giving such encouragement. I mean, the center there was very few. There were very few foreigners at that time, maybe half a dozen, I guess.
How did your relationship with Dadi Janki evolved? Like, you shared how she, was coming down the stairs and gave you that blessing. But what did you start to feel about her? Were you thinking, what is this person thinking? Or were you attracted? Did you feel some magnetic energy? Did you feel that she was really strong, a little bit, sometime unapproachable? Did you find her easy to get?
No, I never really felt like that. I just, I mean, in retrospect, I think we end up putting all of the little situations together to make sort of sense in our own minds. But I was in London for 3 months, and then I went back to Australia. The centre there closed down as soon as I got there, and I remember writing to Daddy and to Daddy Prakash Mani that I've got all of these things here. I want to do service. I want to do Baba's service. So I'm going to start a centre in Sydney. And that's what I did. And then I would get such encouragement actually through Charlie. And he would send Daddy's classes. So my sustenance in those early years, there were no Morleys in English, can you imagine? And Charlie would send his notes, and the notes, half the notes were Daddy's classes and half of the notes were Morleys. So notes from the Morleys, actually. That would be our morning class reading. And of course, I came to appreciate Daddy's depth of wisdom in those classes. Every single class was amazing, So even though I was, I don't know, 15,000 kilometers away, I was getting that sustenance. And she was actually, when I thought of someone who was a sort of a model to go with, someone who was a yogi at the same time, was going here and there doing service, and she was the model for sure for me. And of course, with time, as soon as at that time, she was stuck in London because of her visa problems. And I ended up only seeing again physically in 1978. And so when she came to Australia also, and soon after that, I was asked to go to Brazil. Daddy Prakash Mani asked me to go. And Daddy has been a complete, absolute backbone, as Didi Mohini was saying about these daddies. She was a complete backbone for all of the service we ended up doing here, because even in the early years here, our connection with London, not with New York. New York was a connection, I guess, after Daddy Prakash Mani came to Brazil in 84. So she was the backbone for service here.
Now, of course, we are all going through this experience of seeing the daddies leaving one by one. And regarding Dadi Janki, when you connect still with the memories you have of her, what do you do with these angels in your head, or how do you connect to the seniors, the daddies that have left, or do you still feel that Daddy Janki for you is an inspiration, something that you draw from in your memories?
I think there's a lot of memories, all of her gestures, she had marvelous body language, right? And she was so determined and so courageous and so forthright, also completely unafraid of anything. I remember even once here, there was a lot of violence, and there's still a lot of violence here in Brazil. It's probably one of the most violent countries in the world in terms of homicides. And so there was a reporter asking Daddy, what would you do if some thief came up to rob you? That was the question in the interview. And Daddy, after she understood the question, she just said, with such conviction, that could never happen to me. It's as if she's living in a space that's unapproachable by Lockic sort of standards, or anything Lockic couldn't get to her. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. She wasn't joking. She was absolutely convinced. Of course, if I live in that state with Baba to this extent, nothing can happen to me. I've got so many such memories. Whenever I remember her, there are thousands of little glimpses of things that come to my mind, even things that she told me here and there. And she would always remember, if she ever saw Charlie and me together, she would say, Ken Charlie, Tennyson Road sort of thing. Like
Ken Charlie, like the name of her band, just like.
Yeah. So it was like, she had so much faith and trust in us.
I know
Absolutely.
she loved you a lot, you and of course Charlie and of course Anthony. I think you were always the three big brothers for us. And I know Ken, some may not know you very, very well sometimes, but even for me, when I was a younger Brahmin, you were very impressive to me. I always felt you were serious, very intelligent. I always felt a little bit Buddha in front of you. So I've always been very shy, but I came to know your heart through your songs. And I kept thinking, how this brother, so seriously looking, be such a tender singer, making me cry all the time, because your songs made me cry a lot. And the one about you came to me with the world in your hand, wanting so much for me to understand. I don't know how many tears I cried on that song. Every time I fell in love with Baba, I played that song to make me feel pain, just to cry more in love for Baba. In your relationship with Daddy Janki, what will be your best tender moments with her? The moments that really you feel she melted your heart and she made you sing those songs.
Well, just her example. The things that touch me is her humility, and there's one scene that I'd like to share with you. This is sort of an absolute heartbreaker. We were having our regional coordinators meeting in Daddy's cottage in Yansarova. This was just a few years ago. And one sister was talking about a conflict that was happening somewhere. And Daddy, of course, everyone sort of weighed in and said something. Then Daddy said, I want to say something. And actually, she didn't say anything. She just wanted the attention. And she called the sister who had been, talking about that situation in front of her, and just gave her such a long drishti, and then gave her such a huge hug. And then she proceeded, there were 15 of us there, our senior Didis, and, the RC trustee group. And then Daddy proceeded giving drishti and hugging every single one of us. And the whole process took, I don't know, half an hour maybe. And she didn't say anything the whole time. And everyone was absolutely melted, right? And then at the end, she looked at us, again not saying anything, said, anything more to say about conflict? That was her attitude. And it was like such a lesson. So I've seen such scenes with her. Amazing, amazing. She would every single RC meeting, she was there. She was there most in the earlier years, the whole time. And so we had such, fun with her, actually. And she would always bring us to a higher level, always. So maybe the higher level is the seriousness that we need, right? But we also have to balance that out with lightness and fun.
Would you think that she surprised you sometime? Was there anything that you felt sometimes was surprising to you from her, or that she caught you off guard, or made you think completely differently, or did you feel surprised?
Yeah, definitely. There was one situation, and of course, as service started to grow here in this part of the world, and I was traveling around non-stop here and there and everywhere to try to get things moving. And we were opening one center per year even, in some place. And then other countries, that was actually Baptada's instructions to get things going on in other countries nearby. But once I went to Dadi, never again, I started to complain about one of the people who was doing a lot of not very good things in the center, right? In one place, and I shared that with Dadi, and Dadi just said to me, "Don't complain. You are defaming yourself." And of course, I understood that if I've been the instrument to get something going, and then I complain about what I've been helping create, then I'm actually defaming me, right? That was the lesson that never I would go to her to complain about anyone ever again after that. I would always check myself. So a huge lesson in that.
Right. I don't know how far. I mean, I wish we could go for another hour, but just a last word maybe, and then we'll invite Mohini Didi to join us. I'm looking forward to hear from Mohini Didi about what you shared. But if you had to say, for example, one lesson that Dadi taught you, which is one of your main dharna today, something that you felt from her that you already managed to apply to your life, which comes from your relationship with her. Is there anything that will come to your mind?
Yeah, I think once I asked Daddy, I'm in a situation which normally a sister would be in. How come, because our organization puts sisters in front of things. And of course, the secret of putting others in front is there, of course. But Daddy said that, it's because you are merciful. Why am I in this role? It's because you are merciful. So I've never forgotten, actually. I always, that's my standard. I always go back to it. If I'm being a little bit unmerciful, wait a minute, Daddy said I'm merciful. Then I correct myself. Okay?
She's having that art of giving us signals, blessing, and gyan at the same time.
Right.
So let's hear from Mohini Didi if we can invite her back into the conversation. And you, Sister Winnie's smiling. This is good. You must be remembering also Ken from a long time, and you've seen him, growing, must be. And I know you're very close together, so must be very nice for you to see Ken also tonight. What comes to your mind, Mohini Didi?
Hello, Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti.
I know that, while Brother Ken is talking, the memories of my first visit to Brazil when Brother Ken was instrument there. And of course, before Jayantiben and Dadi used to go, but I was invited, I think in 82 or 83.
83.
Yeah, then I had been going regularly because brother can, I think, make requests to Dadi Prakashmani in Florida. We were sitting in Tampa that if Brazil can get connected with New York. But when I went and I found that I was sharing, even when you all are talking, I am talking in between that how good he cooks. And when Dadi Prakashmani went to Australia, anywhere I went, at least he was able will make this tomato sauce. And he knows that sisters like, so he will make some chapati, very nice sabji. And of course, then when we go, we also help. But of course, not only merciful, but very motherly. You know, he's very, I should say brotherly, but motherly also. Because even sometimes brothers, I don't think they realize that how motherly you all are. And of course, for me too, I like, when there is gentleness and love. And so amazingly, he was only 29. Someone just 3 days ago sent me a picture when Brother Ken, maybe I should have shown, very young, 29 years old, and very happy, not happy, but of course, he looked very happy and, very, very, of course, serious too. But he's very, very kind person. And one time, Dadi Gulzar told me, she said to, that's like appreciation. She said, you all sisters went in the West and still they respect you. And so, yes, I said, Dadi, they really respect us. And it's not just externally, it's we consult each other. Then Dadi says, oh, they must be appreciating that you all are sensible. So I said, of course, that they are seeing us that way. So it's a very, very lovely relationship as a brother, sister, co-traveler, whatever way, I think. So I have lot of love and respect for Brother Ken as our brother. And for you too, Brother Eric, you shouldn't think you are less than anyone. You are also big brother now. So we
I
are
would try to
very...
make nice tomato sauce as well. I would be suspicious with Ken because he was a chemist, and I wouldn't trust him cooking as a chemist. I don't know what he would put in the food.
No, but also what he used to make at that time were perfumes. And
Yeah, I know.
very, very nice perfumes. And I know one time he gave me so many bottles of perfume, and I came and I gave to all the sisters. So he was very creative in many, many things. And of course, until now, writing for us our guidelines, our policies, and administrative things. So he had been, from cooking wherever. I think he still likes to cook, but he doesn't get chance to cook. But also, whenever I went to Latin American countries, I will fry pakoras for them and also like to cook with them. So it had been lovely experience. Even Brother Marcelo had been at some places when I went in the beginning. So these brothers have a very, very special and important role. So very, very lovely that he could be with us, and maybe some other time we were thinking
Yes, it's
to bring...
lovely. I mean, it was lovely, the program tonight with the Borg, and of course, remembering both daddies, especially. Um, and of course, we can do some other time as well. Let's see how things go. But everyone is so deeply appreciative of Aviak Parivar. And I mean, even though it's late here, I think it's 10. It's 20 to 11 here
Yeah.
in the evening, but mostly people in this part, they will see everything tomorrow. But everyone's keen to see this ongoing wonder of your resilient sister, Mohini. You have really become such a support for everyone. we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
When I said, Gayatri said, Brother Ken, I said, it's 2 hours time difference. We should see. But he said yes, and I was really appreciative. So thank you, and lots of love from Baba to both the brothers.
Thanks.
And thank you again, and Om Shanti, and good night, everyone.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you, Mohini Didi. Thank you, Ken. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much. Special thank you to our dear brother Ken, and also special thank you to our dear brother Eric. It was amazing. We all had such a good laugh. Thank you. Okay, now it's our time to get our point for tomorrow. Manan Chintan, the art of churning. Let's invite Sister Shireen. It will be quick. I know it's a little bit late, but we wanted to cover everything. So just a few minutes.
Om Shanti, everyone. So tomorrow's point is to become free from I and mine. I need to understand the first lesson deeply. Understand the seed of I and mine. I means to go inwards, and mine means to go upwards. Dadi, our beloved Dadi. And whenever I look at Baba now, I can't seem to tell the difference between Dadi Gulzar and Baba. Like both images are merged. So this photo feels like it's Dadi Janki and Dadi Gulzar and Dadi Janki and Bab Dada. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Sister Shireen. And now it's our time to get our bhog, because today was special bhog for our Dadi Gulzarji. So let's see what Dadi also wants to give us.
Dadis have good time in subtle region, but they're giving us good time too, right? We also, as a family, intimate family, loveful family, respectful family, are together and talking about that how Dadi Janki said the solution of every problem is love. When you have love, you have mercy, then you can appreciate the family and accept drama with really from the heart, and constantly keep following Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba to become like them. So I want to say uh, lots of love from Baba again, and Om Shanti and good night. We will have few minutes of remembrance. Yes, Toli for today for everyone is carrot halwa, but it is cut into like burfi, like made pieces like toli. So that's the difference, but it is same. We had shown you the recipe. You can go back and see the recipe of carrot halwa. It can be also vegan. If you don't want to put milk, you can put soya milk, but it's mainly carrots and some nuts in that. So that was offered, and today was full Brahma Bhojan we made for Dadi Gulzar's offering. We will be offering all 12 days, but different things. So today is this Toli, and remember Dadi's blessing. is going to happen. Whatever we plan, sooner or later, it's going to happen. Hua hi pada hai. Okay, we keep that blessing with us. And as Baba said, it's a blessed life. Make it life of blessing. Don't mix ordinary sanskars in that. Okay. Hmm? Somebody is asking what was in Brahma Bhojan. So, what was it? I have to remind, I don't remember. It was paneer sabji, no, fresh cheese, puri, and spinach pakora, and rice, pulao and puri, and lotus flower. They have lotus root. We boil it and we make sabji because that was very favorite sabji of Dadi's. So that was Brahma Bhojan today. I hope you all also offered bhog, right? Everyone at lunchtime make one sweet and offer every day for 12 days. We will do it together. Everyone can do. Just even simple, but offer. Om Shanti and good night, everyone.
Back 1 or 2 minutes, then say goodbye.
Shanti, thank you. Good night. And also, good morning to Thai family. Yeah, so these are in settled regions and we are with them. We bring them here, they call us here, call us there. Beautiful game is going on. And we are happily playing that game according to drama. So good morning and see you all again. Om Shanti and good night, everyone.